Well, we are back. We are back. TBR. TBR, it's all about monies and nothing else. And TBR is nothing else but the big R solutions. The big R are all those positive English words that starts with the letter R. Those are our principles, starting with the word reading, research, responsibility, relationship, reflect, review, resilience, you name them, okay? Rent, you can also say rent too. Um, I want to talk to you about what I see in the industry, which touches on money, which is a debt review. People have been tricked, not knowingly. They get calls. The next thing, they lie to people. They say, no, we are going to take you to a debt consolidation. And people ask genuinely so and say, no, 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 I don't want debt review. I want the debt consolidation. I want one debt and give me the money. Let me pay all the rest and pay one debt. Then they lie to people. They say, nah, this is not a debt consolidation. This is not debt review, it's debt consolidation. Of which it's a lie. They just put people under debt review. Remember, once you are under debt review, you're not allowed to make credit until you finish because the reason they are helping you to get out of debt. So how can they allow you to make credit? So now the people's life end up becoming to a standstill. All right, and a debt review. It's a good program. All right, and then you'll see if you watch our videos on our YouTube, you'll see I've helped so many people who had problems. They were losing their cars, their houses. We helped them via debt review. Today they're back in the credit industry. They're making waves, and then they are buying houses again using debt. And then because debt is money, how can you buy an asset or an item that cost half a million or a million? No one has that money at their disposal. And the most important thing is to understand that debt is new money. You need to understand which one is the debt that you should use because there are two types of debts. There are good and bad debts. Good debts, they make you rich. Bad debts, they make you poor. And you can't get a good debt if you still have bad debt. So you need to clear up the bad debts. And how do you do that? Is to take strategies of resolving that. And fortunately enough, as a student of money, I always teach about those things. And I'll show you, there's a book that I've written, which you can get it from us. It's called How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich. These books will teach you different strategies, including doing it without debt review. But let me tell you, debt review, I think, is good in the sense that it's a legal process. But one day I'll talk about that and explain. I think I'll do another video at some point to explain the difference between the debt review and debt consolidation. Because everything is all about empowerment knowledge. That is where we are focusing as TBR Solutions. Not long I get a very sad story. Um, a guy said he got a call. As I say, the majority of debt counselors who are doing this, they are largely from Cape Town. They know it. And NCR also know it. And NCR, to credit to them, they've tried to raid those people, but people just reinvent themselves and so on. They are largely from Cape Town and Durban. They phone people and then they trick people, and then people said, and only to find people can make a move. And not to say all of them, it's only few who are doing that. That review, if I'm not mistaken, it started in 2007, all right? So if I'm not mistaken, as we speak now, that review, it's 17 years. And then I have 16 years experience in the industry. I've seen it all. So I'm competent in that field. I understand it very well. And then, as I say, we've helped so many people. We assisted them, and then they get relieved. Now, this gentleman, this story is so sad. He said he was owing, he was left with only 7,000 to pay off his debt, and that was the only one that was left. Then he got a call, uh, purportedly from a debt counselor, and then they said, "We'll help you." That was in 2023. This is 2025. The guy is still there. And then he said, what they did, they said to him, pay 4,000 rand, and then another 2,000 is for administration. I don't know where that 2,000 come from, administration, because debt review, it's regulated. Even our fees are regulated. So I'm trying to locate where is that 2,000 located. So in essence, this guy has paid about 6,000 when he started. Now, since from 2023, 2024, 2025, he still has debt review status. I'm currently trying to assist that client to clear up that status because that status can only be cleared by another registered debt counselor. If you have that status, debt review status, and then or you have judgment or you have blacklisting, you can't make credit. You can approach a debt counselor to assist. And like I say, we are in a position to do because I'm a qualified, certified debt counselor. All right. So this gentleman, I mean, from 2023, should have been finished by now. All right. So you need to be very careful because normally they phone people, they send. A message on the phone, a person just sign on the phone, the person is under debt review. All right. But I want to stress there's nothing wrong with debt review. Let me tell you the good thing about debt review. Debt review gives you a legal protection. All right. Because when your creditors wants to repossess either your house or your car, the first thing that they are going to do, go to court and get a court order to attach your assets. So now you need to do that legally. So debt review, when you go under debt review, you'll get a court order and then you are protected. Now, another thing that I want to make you aware, if let's say you get a call now from, let's say, your creditor or lawyers that have been assigned by creditor to say they want to repossess your house, and then they want to repossess your house or your car. They cannot do that without court order, all right? And then, so you need to be very vigilant. So now, and if you go to a lawyer, because once a legal action has commenced, it's a legal matter. If you go to a lawyer, unfortunately, lawyers, their fees are not regulated, all right? And I'm not saying that's wrong or good because they do a lot of work. So one lawyer charges so much, the other one charges so much. So normally they would say others, no, before I open up a file, give me 5,000 or give me whatever amount that they come up with. And then remember, you want money to save your assets. Then you still have to get the money so that the lawyer can open up a file. But debt review is the only process where you can go to an office of a debt counselor or via a phone, sign Form 16 with immediate effect without having money, and those actions of your assets being repossessed, they stop with immediate effect. And then now the debt counselor, together with the creditors, including yourself, will therefore be negotiating about a proposal that will be acceptable to all of you. And remember, one of the things that we do before we can even do a proposal, we want to know how much do you spend for your living expense. What is your living expense? Your living expense, like food for transport, I mean, money for transport, money for food, school fees, all those things, internet, because now internet now it's very important, cell phone, So once we take all those monies, the money that is left, we call it a rehabilitation fee or rehab. That's the money that we are going to say to creditors. Here is the money that is left. You guys can share this money among yourselves. And so now at least it guarantees you that at least as much as you'll be paying your debts, servicing them, but at the same time you'll be able to survive because you'll be having your fees. But guess what? I always say education, education. Now TBR does all those things. We've written books to educate. I'll share them with you. Those books you can get them only from us. Not only that, we have a membership club where we mentor people. All right. This time, because of internet, you don't have to come. Yeah, I can do it via Zoom during your wherever you are in your convenient time and learn about money. So those are some of the programs that are in place that we have. We also have our YouTube channel, like I'm doing now. Then you can go to our YouTube channel, get any topic and learn about it. What is credit score? What is credit report? What impact does it have? Go there, learn. So this is what we do. Now, as I've already indicated that we've got books. The first book that I wrote is this one called Secrets for Becoming Rich. It's immediately after I've discovered how the rich make their money. So this is the first book that I wrote. You can get this book, learn it, read from it. I learn from others, and then thereafter you practice because practice makes perfect. And then the other books that I wrote is this one. Um, how to get out of bad debts, use other people's money and resources to get rich. Because when you build business with other people's money. And where do you get the other people's money? From the banks. So that's it. So those are some of the books. The other one is this one, written by a friend of mine, Nom Samasbugo, from Emma Lahleni. And she runs a number of businesses, including hospitality. She's got about more than 100 rooms in his hospitality business. If I'm on that part of the world, I sleep there. Very nice place. It's classified as a 3-star, but I can tell it's a 5-star place. You can go there. All right, anytime if you want to. Uh, and then the other thing that is important in money matters, you need to associate with yourself with people talking your same language, especially people who are even more knowledgeable than you, so that you learn. You learn from everybody. A good friend of mine is this one, How to Win the Wealth Game. That's the name of the book. And then it's called The Art of Money, the book. And then it's written by Dr. Darlene Small. Um, so yeah, so those are some of the books that you can get from us. And then sorry about that, my phone is ringing, but unfortunately I'm busy. I need to get get this thing out of the way. The other book that I wrote is this one. It's called How I Turned 500 Rand into a Million Rand Business. How I Turned 500 Rand into a Million Rand Business. And then because I started my business with nothing, and 500 was used just to go to CIPC, sort things up. And then, the company ended up making more than a million turnover, and then, and you start small. So those are some of the books that you can get from us. So this is what I wanted to share to you, to say be very careful and there are those scrupulous debt counselors who are really spoiling the name of debt counseling. But guess what? We will win this war if you guys talk and then we also do this kind of things. Remember, at TBR, one of our principles is responsibility. We need to do this responsibly because people who are doing that, they are unethical. So there is no responsibility. All right, people need to be responsible. All right, so hopefully you would learn a lot. Please click that subscribe button and like so that more people can read. And if you want to contribute to our channel. You can buy those books that we sell. You can join our program like mentoring program. Simultaneous, you'll be learning in the process. And then please subscribe to our channel so that it grows. Thank you so much appreciated. Rekao Fela, Simo, Remo, Sisonge, we are together. Rotle, Singwe, the beat goes on. Mushito Zelabit. I thank you.